What's up, bozos? Bloodstain Lane, aka the Travis Bickler of combat sports. And before we start getting into what we're going to talk about for today, I got some late-breaking news that I want to tell you guys. With all the hate mail I've been getting on YouTube and on the internet, Bloodstain had to go and hire 2 bodyguards, and I want to introduce you to those 2 bodyguards. First up is Good, and second is Night. So if any of you motherfuckers want to meet Good Night, come and get me, motherfuckers. I'm right over here. The first topic of the day, we're going to talk about some of the recent news in the world of K-1, where some matchups were announced for the K-1 World Grand Prix. One of the fights that was announced was Alistair the Demolition Man Overeem versus Ben Edwards. Now, for those of you that don't know who Ben Edwards is, he recently won the Oceanic Grand Prix, knocking everybody the fuck out. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Alistair Overeem is, the man who also called me a frickin' Dell. Now, I'm not going to make any predictions for this fight. I'm going to save that for another video. But everybody who's counting out Ben Edwards in this fight, this is a guy who loves to sit in the fucking pocket and bang out. It's a dangerous, dangerous fight for the Reem. It should be an action-packed fight, and I'm really looking forward to it. Another fight that was announced was JLB, the legend, Jerome Labana, versus K-1 champion Kiatoro. You know, JLB is sort of riding into the sunset, getting ready to retire soon. Kiatoro is a very technical striker from Japan. Another interesting matchup. Now, those are the only 2 fights that were announced. You know, there's a lot of speculation and rumors that Badr Hari's fighting Freddie Kameno. There's also news that Badr Hari might not even fight in this K-1 World Grand Prix, which to me is heartbreaking. I consider myself one of Badr Hari's biggest fucking fans. He's an idol of mine. I love the way the guy fights. I look up to his style. If he doesn't fight, the K-1 is not going to be the same this year for me. There's nothing like watching Badr Hari fight in a K-1 World Grand Prix tournament. You know, the guy lays it all on the line. So please, Badr, for your fans, please fight this year. I know you need some time off trying to get your stuff together, but as a fanatic of yours, I want you to fight. Other matchups that were announced were Semi Schilt versus another possible matchup was Semi Schilt versus Hezdy Gerges. Hezdy Gerges is the It's Showtime heavyweight champion. He won the title by when he fought Badr Hari, and Badr got disqualified for soccer kicking him. He's fighting the greatest K-1 fighter of all time, Semi Schilt. So that's another interesting matchup. Also, another matchup that's kind of lurking: Ruslan Karyov of Team Golden Glory versus Ernesto Hus's product, Tyrone Sprong. You know, Tyrone Sprong was considered to be the next superstar in K-1. He's sort of not really lived up to his expectations just yet. Ruslan Karyov, I mean, when this guy's on his game, he's one of the best fighters in the world. Really, really fast, lightning quick combinations. So that should be a great technical fight. I'm still waiting on news for one of my favorite K-1 fighters, Gokhan Saki. And the rest of the matchups that are going to be announced. There's rumors that Andrei Arlovsky might fight. So, you know, there's nothing like a K-1 World Grand Prix. You know, as much as I love MMA, there's nothing better than the spectacle of a K-1 World Grand Prix. I can't wait for the next fucking fights to be announced. Really pumped up for this event. In other news, Manny Pacquiao recently released a statement saying that he wanted to try MMA, but his boxing people that he's surrounded by won't let him. Now, to tell you the truth, I would love to see Pac-Man in MMA. You know, as much as I love James Toney, stemming back from when I was a kid, James Toney wasn't the right guy to step into the octagon or any MMA arena. You know, James Toney's always been a flat-footed fighter. He fights with that Philly shell, the shoulder roll. You know, his style is just made to get taken down and, you know, pounded out, you know. Whereas Manny Pacquiao has some of the best footwork in the history of boxing, anything, any combat sport. You know, he's still relatively young. You know, he's explosive. You know, just based on his footwork alone, it's going to be hard to take Pac-Man down. That was the guy I really want. I want to see Pac-Man, Floyd Mayweather, Yuri Gamboa. I want to see guys like that, you know, step into MMA. Not, you know, James Toney, who I love and respect. The guy's a great guy, but like I said, he's old, he's a little bit sluggish, and his style wasn't made. It was like the perfect style for a wrestler to take down and beat down. So hopefully we get some of these more great footwork type boxes and, you know, great lateral movement guys that step into, you know, into the MMA world. Speaking of boxing, I recommend everybody to watch HBO. If you're not watching the Shark Fights card, which is an excellent card, watch my boy Yuri Gamboa fighting on HBO. He's fighting out of Cuba. Guy's an amazing, amazing fighter. I think he's a featherweight, excellent combinations, brutal power. So definitely check out for Yuri Gamboa this Saturday on HBO. And in this segment, we're going to talk about some of the top up-and-coming fighters in the world of MMA. And the first guy we're going to talk about is an M1 global fighter. He's a lightweight. His name is Manny Pacquiao. And Pacquiao is a fighter out of the Chechen Republic. And this guy is a guy you have to watch. He has a 12-2 record. 11 of those 12 wins are finishes. And, I mean, this guy is definitely the next wave of fighters that are coming out of Eastern Europe. Heavy hands. Pedro Rizzo-style leg kicks. Amazing takedown defense. From the clinch, off his back. I mean, this guy is just the perfect mixed martial artist. I mean, I don't know what's going on in Eastern Europe right now, what they're feeding these guys, but these guys are absolute monsters. And there's no difference with this guy. I said, you know, I suggest you guys do your research on him, look him up on YouTube. We might provide a link for you on our page, so definitely keep an eye on this guy. The next fighter we have up is another M1 global fighter named Len the Liger Bentley. And this is a guy I had, you know, the privilege of watching live. You know, Len the Liger is a welterweight. We watched him live at the last M1 Global Selection Show, and this guy has amazing one-punch knockout power. And just, he's really a really good jiu-jitsu player. Off his back, he can pull all kinds of submissions. A very well-rounded mixed martial artist. Actually, the Liger is fighting Tom Gallicchio for the M1 Global Selection American title next week, which I will be attending. And this is a guy that you guys should definitely keep an eye on. You know, he's also a very entertaining personality. I suggest everyone go to the M1 Global website and watch his puppet hand response that he did to Tom Gallicchio when Tom Gallicchio predicted that he was gonna knock him out or whatever. And Len the Liger actually did like a puppet impersonation to retaliate against Gallicchio, which was fucking absolutely hilarious. So this is definitely a guy you should check out for. Len the Liger Bentley, keep an eye on him. And the next guy we have up is actually one of my up-and-coming favorite fighters, period. Paulo Tuba out of Team UDL. Now, for all of you who don't know what Team UDL is, that's Mauricio Shogun Rua and Murillo Ninja Rua's team out in Brazil. And Paulo Tuba is no different from these guys. He's a 185 pounder, full with tons of athleticism, absolutely great shootbox style Muay Thai, excellent jiu-jitsu, great scrambles. I mean, this guy to me is the next big thing coming out of Brazil. I mean, he is training under the tutelage of Mauricio Shogun Rua, so you know he has one of the best fighters in the world backing him up. Guy is so entertaining to watch. Watch his stand-up. He goes for it all the fucking time. Like I said, I've been talking about Paulo Tuba for a while now, and I can't wait for the rest of the world to catch up on Paulo Tuba themselves. So keep an eye out on Paulo Tuba. And last but certainly not least, we have the latest product at a shootbox, Vinicius the Spartan Queiroz. And for those of you who are not familiar with this guy is an absolute terror. He's a heavyweight. He has a very similar body to Bada Harry, and he's just an absolute vicious fucking striker. He finished his last 4 fights in under 2 minutes. He just recently signed to the UFC and is making his debut actually next month.
I thought you hated the UFC.
I hate Zuffa. I love UFC. I support all the fighters from the UFC. So, you know, I don't know why people keep saying that fucking bullshit.
I'm sorry to even bring it up.
Yeah, well, you know, they're going to get open hand palm strike. But, like I said, keep an eye out for the Spartan. This guy, I'm telling you, is going to be hands down one of the best strikers in the UFC. I mean, I can't say it. Hopefully this is the revival of the shootbox and they can, you know, rise back to the top where they should be. War shootbox. And in closing, I just want to give a shout out to all the people that are supporting me in Holland right now. MMA legend Remco Pardoel, Dutch Muay Thai superstar Masaba Rani, Mike's Gym, Arnold's Rock Guns, Fight Club 108.nl, Mixfight.nl. Much love to everybody in Holland. Bloodstain loves Holland. Team Takeover. Fuck your life. Respect the shooter. Fucking bozos.